We have Dr. Isak Neema, the Executive Data Quality Assurance, on the line. Dr. Neema, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
So, Dr. Neema, for the interest of our viewers, please tell us what are the Sustainable Development Goals, or SDGs, and why are they so important?
All right, the Sustainable Development Goals are the most holistic and ambitious global agendas that were adopted by all United Nations member states in 2015. The aim of these goals was really to provide a shared blueprint for peace and prosperity for people and planet. These goals are underpinned by 17 Sustainable Development Goals and about 169 targets. Originally, at the inception, there were 244 indicators, but now as we speak, there are around 247 indicators. So the goals are very important as they are premised or anchored on the notion of leave no one behind. That means that we are not to leave any of our residents and our citizens behind. And this notion has now elevated the exponential or increase in the demand for data from both at national level, regional, and global levels. So in short, those are your SDGs.
So what method is used in collecting the data for putting this report together?
Well, we used to approach. The first one is the desktop studies, where we look at the reports that are in our environment, the reports, as well as the databases from which results that are required to report on the SDGs can be found. That was number one. And then the second one was on the direct request to producers, where we requested those producers that are responsible for providing data that are necessary to, append to the indicators of the SDGs to provide the data. And that request also culminates into what we call the stakeholder validation workshop, where this information were validated that are contributing to the report.
Well, Dr. Neema, talk to us about the upgraded SDG portal. What are some of the major changes?
All right, just maybe a brief background on the SDGs in Namibia. As we know, the NSA is responsible for providing statistics, both at national levels, as well as for government and planning purposes. And therefore, in our role as on the SDGs, we were also tasked to provide data and indicators that are responsible to monitor the progress. So in 2019, we released what we call the baseline report, as well as the first data portal to monitor these SDGs. As a result, this upgraded now data portal is premised on the first portal. The aim was just to enhance the capability and user-friendliness of the portal, enhance the major changes that really took place is the enhancement of the user interface, where we are making the portal more user-friendly to the users through introduction of navigation guides, user manuals that individual users can take time to read through and be appraised of what the portal is all about. We have also introduced a very vibrant search engine, so you don't need to go and scroll throughout the goals and indicators. You can just type the goal that you want, or you can just type in the indicator that you want, and then you go straight to the indicator, as well as the improved interface between the portal and the other website. For instance, the NSA website, you can just go to the portal, click on the NSA website, and then you go straight to that. The second improvement was the administrator functionality. We are now making the portal, in terms of user-friendly, we are disaggregating the portal so that the producers in the national statistical system who are required to produce data are not necessarily need to, to wait for the NSA to request for this data. Once they produce the data, they can just be given a credential to log on the website, and then they'll be able to upload the data, and then in the comfort of their office, and then the data will just go through the, the data quality assurance process. And then the third one is the interactive map presentation on the orientation. So when you go through the indicators and you want to look up some indicators, you can also map them on or plot them on the map that shows you in terms of the areas and so forth. And you can also compare two maps at the same time. Maybe you want to compare 2019 to 2021. So you can draw those maps and see the sequence of how the issues of interest are changing over time. And then the last one is the incorporated of local definitions. We have realized that from the original portal, the local definition was not really visible and was not present in the portal. So we enhanced that so that you both have the global definition and how we are measuring that particular indicator in the Namibian context. So those are really the key major changes that have happened in the data portal.
So in closing, briefly walk us through tomorrow's program, which is going to be launched.
All right. Tomorrow, our program starts at 7:30 with the arrival, of course, for 8 o'clock. And then we will have the honors of our deputy chairperson of the Namibia Statistics Agency board, Ms. Ndiakopingi Tuamata, to welcome our guests. And then we'll have the remarks by GIZ through Dr. John Stetler, who is the GIZ SDGI project manager. And then a presentation on the framework by our statistician general, Mr. Alex Mafeni. We have a statement by Honorable Obeth Kanjose, who is the Minister of Statistics as per the Statistics Act, and the Director General of the National Planning Commission. And then the message of the day by our Right Honorable Sarako Gongerwa Madera, the Prime Minister of the Republic of Namibia. We have honored to have her at the event, and she will be doing the launch of the report. And then a presentation of the portal by myself. And then we close off by the Deputy Statistician General, who is Ms. Otiri Emwazi. So that will be, in short, our program of the day.
Well, thank you so much, Dr. Neema, for speaking to us tonight.
Thank you. You're welcome.
That was Dr. Isak Neema, Executive Data Quality Assurance at Namibia Statistics Agency.